here. Welcome to Amberg Acres. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and put together a video here. It's going to probably take me a couple weeks to put this all together, but you know, we bought the tractor, so the next thing I have to do is I have to get a trailer and I have to haul that tractor up to our place in Amberg. So I bought it down here. I bought it at Waldo Implement in Waldo, Wisconsin. What I did was when I bought the tractor, I talked to the dealer, and he's gonna let us, you know, leave the tractor there until April sometime. I told him until the weather clears up and I can get in the driveway up north. We don't plow the driveway or nothing up there. So until we can do that, you know, the tractor is gonna sit over there by him. Right now, the idea is I gotta get a trailer, and I can rent one. I could rent one to take it up there, but I was thinking I'd like to get a trailer to use with this tractor, so that I can take it, you know, to other people's houses and whatever. My daughter lives 10 miles away from us up by Wasaki, and it would be nice to just drive over there with it on a trailer, and then, you know, they can use it there and whatever. One of the things that I've noticed while researching trailers on the internet, they don't seem to have all the information you need. There's a couple of numbers you need for the weights. One is the total gross vehicle weight, okay? That's going to be listed on the trailer as a GVW. Now usually an equipment hauler or a car hauler, they're going to be 7,000 pounds, so a 7K, or 10,000 pounds, a 10K. And they go up, I believe the equipment trailers go up to 14 and even higher than that. They go up to 14K and even higher. What you need to know is, besides that number, is you need to know how much the trailer weighs itself. If the gross vehicle weight is 7,000 pounds and the trailer weighs 2,800 pounds, and you're going to be putting a 5,000 pound tractor, that's what this tractor weighs, somewhere around 5,000 pounds, and we're kind of guessing on that because Branson doesn't have good numbers for the weights of their tractors. And I even went to the dealer, back to the dealer, and asked them if they had a better weight that I knew what it was, and that's what he came up with, was 5,000 pounds. So we're just going to go with that. So 5,000 pounds plus 2,800 pounds for a trailer weight, you're at 7,800 pounds. But if you're using a 7K trailer, you're over on that trailer weight, okay? So you need to go with at least a 10,000 pound trailer. Now by going to a 10,000 pound trailer, you're adding more weight to the trailer, because usually the heavier the trailers, you know, the heavier the ratings, now you're getting into a heavier trailer. So they go, there's 4-inch channel trailers, there's 5-inch channel trailers, and they even go up into the 6-inch channel trailers. And that's the width of the channel that's underneath that trailer that's holding everything up, and that the axles are attached to. So the bigger it goes, you know, 6 inches, you're getting a heavier trailer, which is good for putting a big load on it. You know, you want the heavier trailer. But then you run into the second issue. What can your vehicle haul? Well, I know that this vehicle can haul 7,000 pounds, or that's what it's rated for. So that's why I was originally looking at car haulers, 7K car haulers. But then when I found out the weight of this tractor being 5,000 pounds, no matter what trailer I get, unless I go with an aluminum, I'm going to be over on both the 7,000 for the trailer weight and the 7,000 for my car. So what do you do? So I started looking at aluminum trailers, and they're lighter. They're about 500, 600 pounds lighter. So that would help. So you could go with a 7K trailer, and with the 5,000 pounds, you'd just be under the 7,000 pounds. So that would probably work. The problem with going with the car haulers is that they don't have any, they have ramps, but they don't have the knee ramps. So for a heavy tractor, like what I'm trying to put on there, 5,000 pounds, you really need to have the knee ramp, and that is the flip down ramps. They stand up behind the trailer and they flip down and they're spring loaded, and they have a knee on them, what they call a knee. There's a piece of metal welded in there, and that piece of metal keeps that trailer from sinking when you drive on it with this tractor, and it keeps it from the back from sinking and the front from lifting your truck off the ground. So if you just use a regular car hauler without those knee ramps, or without some kind of a jack stand or something underneath it, you would take the chance, you risk the chance, I should say, of lifting the back end of your vehicle up off the ground. And if you're not on a flat surface, your vehicle could roll down a hill. If you're on a hill or not a level surface, your vehicle could roll right down the hill. Okay? So you want to go with the knee ramps or some kind of a jack. There are some trailers that are made, they have like a tube on the back, welded on the back, where you can put like a jack stand, almost like the one that's on the front with the crank. You can put one on each side of the trailer, but that all adds to the cost. Okay, and that's the other problem with an aluminum trailer, is you're almost $3,000 more, for the aluminum. And what I'm finding out is that the aluminums just, they don't hold up. They start cracking and stuff after a while, and for the amount that I'm going to use it, that may not be an issue, but I'm a little worried about that after I've seen some people tell me about these aluminum trailers, and there's a couple videos out there where they actually show you how bad they're cracked. The dealer that I went by, he showed me his. He had aluminum fenders. He had a metal trailer with aluminum fenders, which I haven't seen too many of them online. I don't know where he got that one from. His fenders were all cracked already. It was only 2 years old. The aluminum just cracks. So what do you do? So right now, I'm gonna go look at a 10,000 pound trailer, and I'm trying to find the lightest 10,000 pound trailer I can find, so that I'm closer to the 7,000 pounds once I have this tractor on there. If I'm 400 pounds over, I know this truck can handle it. I've hauled an excavator, I've hauled other stuff with this, and I know this truck can handle it. The problem is driving that way all the time, you're wearing on your truck, your transmission, whatever. Your brakes are wearing out. It's not necessarily the safest thing to do. But the way I look at it, once I get this up to Amberg, that backhoe that's on there may come off, and I'll be driving it with a rotor tiller or something else on the back the next time I haul it, and I'll be way under the weight then. That backhoe adds another 1,000 pounds onto that tractor weight. So once that's off of there, a tiller's only a couple hundred pounds. A grapple's only a couple hundred pounds. So you're going to be a lot lighter load the next time I haul it. So I really have the one trip from down here to up there to get it up there where I'm going to be a little bit overloaded. So that's what we're going to look at. We're going to look at a 10K trailer, and we're going to see, do some pricing and whatever, and hopefully in the next couple of weeks we can find a trailer to buy. I have a couple picked out. Some of them are kind of a drive from here to go look at, but we'll get there. We'll get there in a couple of weeks, and we'll look at them, and hopefully before April we'll have a trailer to put this thing on. So stay tuned. We're gonna go look at some trailers. Well, the first place I went to was a bust. They didn't have any trailers there. Their website said they carried the Big Tex trailers, and they didn't have nothing there. They had one deck over, and it wasn't a Big Tex, so you can't even really look at to see what kind of quality a Big Tex trailer is. I'm headed down to Kenosha. Actually, it's somewhere near Bristol. It's called Pfeiffer Trailer Sales, and I called them yesterday, make sure they have one in stock, the one I'm looking for. So they claim they have one sitting there on the lot, so I should be able to look at a trailer today. I just left work. I'm gonna head down there and we'll see what they got.
Let's look at this label first. Couple things you need to see on this label. The first one being the GVWR. I'm not really sure what the R is for. This is the number. This is the main number here. So when they're referring to a 7K trailer, this is what they're referring to. So 7,000 pounds is the gross vehicle weight. Okay. So if you look right below it, the gross axle weight, each axle, 3,500 pounds. Two axles on the trailer equals the 7,000 pounds. That's where that number comes from. So the second number you need to see on this label is this one up here in the right hand corner. The weight of the cargo should never exceed 4,500 pounds. So you have to do a little math here. You take the 7,000 minus the 4,500, and that tells you how much the trailer weighs. So the trailer weighs 2,500 pounds. So now, if I was going to go and put a 5,000 pound tractor on this trailer, I would definitely be over the weight limit for this trailer. So this is where the numbers come from. This tag should be on every trailer you look at least the new ones. Older ones, you know, they peel off or somebody repainted it or whatever, so you don't know. But every trailer that you look at on a lot should have this tag on it. And this is where the numbers come from. These are the numbers you need to know what size trailer you buy. The length, that's up to you. You know, you can get a 20-footer, 18-footer. They go down to 16-footers. There aren't many 16-footers out there right now. But I know for sure you can get an 18 and 20-footer pretty easily if you find the right lot that has them. So then the last number on this tag is going to be this one here. 65 PSI is the maximum pressure for your tires. One thing I learned over the years with tires is you always want to keep them up near this pressure. And they don't last long. 5 years maybe is the limit on a trailer tire. You want to get some new ones put on there after 5 years. Even if you're not driving it, they start to dry rot because they're just sitting out in your backyard or whatever. So, and then you put a heavy load on there and they're going to blow on you going down the highway. 65 PSI is the max. I would recommend at least having them at 60 for this trailer.
This is what they refer to as a car hauler trailer. This is a 5-inch channel trailer. It measures 82 inches between the fenders. So if my tractor is 60 inches, I have about 10 inches on each side clearance outside the tires. If you go on their website, this is going to be listed as a 16 plus 2 7K trailer. So the 16 is the 16-foot flat deck, and then the two is the 2-foot dovetail on the back. So this dovetail, this helps transition to the ramps. So if you have a real low sitting car and you drive up here, it makes it a flatter angle so that you don't bottom out your car driving up onto this trailer. So back here is where they keep the ramps. They're behind this little plate. They just slide out and then they hook right on top. They are, I believe, 5 feet long. What's missing here is there's nothing to hold up the back of this trailer. So when you drive on with something heavy, say a tractor, the back of this trailer is going to sink and it's going to lift the back of your truck up off the ground, causing a bad situation if you're not on a level surface. So basically, it's the same trailer as a equipment hauler, just does not have the knee ramps. Now let's look at the 10K equipment trailer.
So here's the label for the 10,000 pound trailer. So if you look here, gross vehicle weight 9990. Up here 70/20. That means this trailer weighs 2,970 pounds. Okay, so now if I add my 5,000 pounds to that, I'm at 7,970 pounds. So I'm almost 1,000 pounds over the 7,000 pound trailer. So this is where I run into the problem. This trailer can handle the weight of that tractor, but my truck is going to be a little bit on the light side. So my truck is rated for 7,000 pound towing capacity. So I'm about almost 1,000 pounds over on my truck. Now I know it can pull it because I've pulled heavy loads before, but it's going to wear on your truck. It's going to wear if you pull this every day. Say you're a construction guy and you're pulling a trailer like this every day. My little Colorado truck is not going to handle that. It's not going to hold up. At some point your transmission's going to start failing and your brakes and everything else. So this is why you need to know what to buy. For one, you got to be able to have a big enough trailer to hold your load, but then you got to have a big enough truck to pull that load. Okay. So the other numbers here, 49.95 for each axle and the 65 psi. So that's basically double that makes the 10K trailer.
This trailer is the same trailer as the car hauler, except that it has a 6-inch channel underneath the frame. All the other dimensions are the same, 16 plus 2 and 82 inches between the fenders. The difference are these ramps. These are flip down ramps. And this piece right here is called the knee. The knee sits down on the ground and keeps the back of the trailer from sinking as you drive on with a heavy load. So if you're interested in this kind of a trailer, this is what you're going to pay for it. I was told 2 years ago these trailers were about $2,000 less than they are right now. Let's take a look at this aluminum one. The sticker shows 5K for the maximum load. So at 5K, that means this trailer weighs about 2,000 pounds. So if I would put my tractor on here, I would be okay. I would be right at the 7,000 pounds. But if you put anything else on there extra, you're over the weight for this trailer. The only reason I don't like these aluminum trailers is these welds just, they don't look right to me. I don't know what brand this is on these trailers, but I don't know. I just can't get over the way these welds look. It's just completely different compared to looking at a steel trailer. So I'm going to pass on these aluminum ones and I'm going to just go with the steel equipment hauler trailer. I think that's my best bet. And you thought I was done. You just got a couple more things to go over about this trailer. So you got your trailer, you got a 10,000 pound trailer, okay? You got a 5,000 pound load, so we know all of that, right? So that's what we're hauling. So what are you gonna chain this thing down with, okay? So the best thing to chain something like a tractor, something heavy like that, is this chain, okay? This is grade 70 chain. I believe this is 3/8 chain, possibly 5/16 chain. But what they tell me is that this is supposed to be 50% of the weight of the load, okay? So if my load is 5,000 pounds, then this chain has to be rated at least 2,500. You'd like it to be more, but at least 2,500, so to be 50% of the load, okay? So I believe this grade 70 chain was rated at like 6,000 pounds. Okay, so we're covered there. Okay, so I got 4 of these to hold the tractor down. Then the straps. Now, I would not recommend using straps to chain your tractor down, but according to law, you're supposed to have a strap over the buckets. Okay. Now I don't know if that's exactly true. I didn't check with the DOT or anybody like that, but that's what I found on the internet, that you're supposed to have a strap over your buckets. Okay, so these straps, these big wide ones here, I believe this is considered a 2-inch. I believe this is considered a 2-inch strap. 3,300 pounds is what this can hold. So technically, this is more than 50% of my load, so I could strap the tractor down with this, but I wouldn't recommend using straps, okay, for something that heavy. For a 4-wheeler, this would be perfect, you know, or even a UTV probably, this would be fine. But a 5,000 pound tractor, I'd rather use chains, you know. So there's a tag on everything when it's new. You know, if you're getting used stuff, you got to really watch what you're putting on there. You know, it's right on the tag, 3,300 pounds. Okay. The chains do not have a tag on it, but I know from the package told me what these chains were, so I know I'm covered here. Okay, so we're gonna chain the tractor down. Okay. Now we got one last thing here, okay? And this one, I didn't even know, okay? I'm gonna tell you a story here, okay? I was going down to get that trailer. I'm already on the south side of Milwaukee, okay? And all of a sudden something clicked in my head, and I said to myself, I don't have my hitch for the truck, you know? So I just kind of looked around the back seat, because I usually throw them behind the back seat, you know? And no hitch there, you know. So all right, so I typed into GPS, find a Menards, or yeah, I think it was Menards. I typed in, so it found me a Menards down by towards Kenosha down there, where I was going to look at the trailer. And I go in there and I'm gonna buy a hitch. You know, I'm gonna buy a, you know, this is what I was thinking. This is the one I had at home. You know, a Reese hitch. You know. This is what I pulled my little utility trailer around with and whatever. So I had no clue. You know, I went in there and I started looking at these hitches, and all of a sudden I realized that 80% of their hitches there aren't rated for what I'm pulling. Okay, so I got a 10,000 pound trailer. Yes, I'm only hauling about 8,000 pounds, but this hitch, I don't know if this one is stamped on here. This one is not. Oh yeah, right here. It's written on this tag here. Capacity 5,000 pounds. So this hitch is not even rated for what I'm hauling. Okay. So when I got home, I looked at the rest of my hitches. This is the one that I normally have a 2 5/16 ball on it. Okay. This is what I hauled that excavator with. Okay, from Iron Mountain down to Amberg. Okay. This one's rated for 7,500 pounds. Okay, so this one probably would get it done. I mean, it's a little under for what, because that trailer we figured was 2,900 pounds, plus the load is 7,900 pounds. So you're closer with this one than you are with this one, even though they don't look any different, right? They you know. So I ended opting for this one. This one's really heavy. Okay. It's made out of a solid bar, or a solid casting, I should say. This is rated for 17,000 pounds. Okay. Now, I thought maybe I could find one, you know, a 9,000 pound or something that would be plenty for what I'm hauling, and I could not find it. 80% of what Menards had on their shelf were these 5,000 pound hitches, and they have all kinds of different drops and lengths and whatever. But they're all 5,000 pounds, so none of them were any good. This was the only one they had there that was rated, okay? And then the other thing is the ball itself, okay? Now if you look at this one, that's, what was this one, 7,500 pounds? So this is only about maybe a 3/4 inch or a 7/8 shank on this ball. This here is like 1.25 inch shank on this ball. So that's what makes it heavier, rated higher, you know. And I don't know, does it say on here? It doesn't say on the ball itself. Oh yeah, it does, right there, 10,000 pounds. No, it's more than that. Okay, so this ball here is rated at 21,000 pounds. The hitch is 1,700. So 17,000, I should say. Yeah, this one here is 7,500 pounds. So, I mean, this probably would have worked, you know, because I'm close to it. But, you know, I'm better off with this one here. I'm safe. So, then the last thing here, these clevises. So, say you need to, you know, put a clevis on your tractor to hook a chain onto, because there's no place to hook a chain. So you're going to use this clevis, you know, along with your chain. These here clevises, this is a 1/2 inch, what they call a 1/2 inch. Actually, I correct myself. This is what they call a 7/16. It has a 1/2 inch pin. Okay, this is only rated at 2,500 pounds. So that's good enough for my tractor, being at 5,000 pounds. Then you go up to the next one. Is this would be considered a 1/2 inch turnbuckle, or whatever these things are called. Clevis, 1/2 inch clevis, and this is a 9/16 pin in here, and that is rated for, I believe that was the 3,300 pounds again, just like the straps. Okay, so you got to make sure you know what you're hauling. Got to make sure you have the right equipment to haul it. Okay, I hate to say this about other YouTubers, but I see guys taking a 2515 like I have and driving it up on a little utility trailer. Okay, that single axle, that's not anywhere close to being rated for that tractor. You know, you're putting everybody else in danger if you're going down the highway with this stuff and you're on a little tiny trailer like that. The axle could break, anything could break, you know. So, you know, I hate to say that way, but you know, be informed, make sure you get the right stuff, you know. And if you like this video, you know, give me a thumbs up and click subscribe. And we'll see you next time.